Aries, welcome to Astro Haiti. I'm here with an Astro Tarot update. Venus is retrograde. I almost said Gatorade. Venus is retrograde in Leo. So we're gonna go through every sign and explore, my loves, my fireballs, what that means for you. Make sure to check for your rising sign. If you do not know your rising sign, Aries, go to astro.com. You need your date of birth, of course, time of birth, and your place of birth, and it'll give you your rising sign. When you read horoscopes online or watch horoscopes like this one, you need your rising sign. That is what's gonna affect you on your day-to-day life. All right, my loves, even though we're all Aries here, Aries Nation, we all have more than just Aries in our chart, okay? I'm an Aries sun, Capricorn rising, but we're gonna start with Aries rising. All right, my loves. So what does a Venus retrograde mean in general in Leo? So it's happening July 22nd until September 3rd. So it's been ongoing. Venus rules relationships, union, justice, balance, pleasure, beauty, and also money. Okay, so Venus is the planet of love, but it's also the planet of abundance. Okay, it's a very auspicious planet. When it goes retrograde, it means that things from the past, depending on the house is in, could be coming up. It's almost like a reset. Okay, a redirection, a reset. Anything with a re when it's retrograde, a rewiring, depending on the house it's in, and also almost a reflection of whatever it is that it's been affecting in that house. Okay, so we're gonna start with Aries rising right now. Spirit, how will Venus retrograde affect Aries rising? Aries rising is Venus retro. I'm gonna say retro because I can't keep saying retrograde. This Venus retro is in your 5th house of love, pleasure, dating, romance, children, creativity, gambling, risks, pleasure, and fun, okay? Also, it's the house of entrepreneurship. So how, Spirit, will this Venus retrograde affect my Aries rising in the 5th house? Show me clearly. Ooh, 9 of Pentacles, my loves. So, starting out with some independence. Venus retro in the 5th house. You might be cutting ties with someone. 9 of Pentacles is a very independent, self-sufficient, abundant, but also single kind of life house. So you might be cutting ties if you've been dating someone, not seriously, but just kind of dating, or someone from the past may come back. There's so many opportunities in your love life right now, and it could be people from the past, people you've dated in the past. With the 9 of Pentacles, someone that you've dated in the past that wasn't serious could come in to bring you more abundance. Okay, this could also be financial because again, the 5th house is about entrepreneurship. 9 of Pentacles is an entrepreneurial card. So something I'm hearing that you've worked on in the past, Aries rising, a creative project, something you started in the past, there's going to be a lot of abundance. And you're almost gonna like go back to it, or Spirit is encouraging you, if you have not done so already, to return to something in the past that you started creatively or entrepreneurially, because it's going to be the time now to grow it and to see some fruitfulness from it. That's for entrepreneurship. When it comes to love and romance, I do feel like you're gonna have an abundance of options. And that could be people from the past that want to take you out and date you, okay? But I think you're going to want to stay single with the 9 of Pentacles. Taurus rising. It's in the 4th house, okay? Venus retrograde is in the 4th house of family, security, home, traditions, roots. Fourth house is very generational, legacy, ancestry, but it's also our home, like our actual physical home, where we live, where we come from, okay? So Venus retrograde for my Taurus rising in the fourth house, Spirit. What can my Tauruses expect? What can they expect? Taurus rising. You got 2, so I'm gonna take it. Wow, Taurus, King of Pentacles energy. This is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Taurus rising, Aries Sun, Taurus rising in your fourth house, the King of Pentacles. You're going to be spending a lot more time at home, building your home, like creating more foundations and more traditions in your home with this King of Pentacles. Hosting even, maybe. That's what Venus retrograde wants from you. To make your house a home, I heard. Make your house a home. And I got something else that fell, so I'm gonna take it for you, even though I'm just doing one card. Page of Wands. This is messages, impulsivity, spontaneity, but pages are all messages. They're also children. I'm feeling that in this Venus retrograde period, Taurus risings in the first house, your home is going to be filled with kids, with excitement, with creativity, with passion even for some of you, okay? That's beautiful. There is this need, though, because it's a retrograde, to maybe redecorate your home or find a space, create more space for your children, or for more fun in the home. If you haven't been doing that, if you haven't been spending a lot of time at home, this is the time to do so. If you haven't, for others of you, I heard property might be a thing. Maybe you need to expand your home because of children, or you are now increasing your family somehow. Maybe someone's mother or father is going to live with them. That's very specific. Maybe you're getting married, you're blending families, okay? Because the fourth house is also real estate, okay? So there, with the King of Pentacles, there might be a home that you're buying, a home that you're revisiting, going back home to visit, moving back to an old home, okay? All right, Spirit. Gemini rising, Venus retro is in your third house of communication, neighborhood, siblings, and media, okay? Gemini, Spirit, too many. What can Gemini expect with this Venus retrograde in their third house, Spirit? What can Gemini expect? Ace of Cups, but it's reversed. You're not expressing your feelings, or someone's not expressing their true feelings. Third house is communication. Gemini risings, during this retrograde, you're going to have to open up. Or someone in your life, could be family, could be siblings, it can be a loved one, okay? It is Venus, so it's still love and relationships. Someone has been holding back, and Venus retrograde is urging you or your person to open your heart. There's also unrequited love from a past relationship, I'm hearing. Someone might reach out to you. It might be someone you met in your neighborhood, or someone you met locally, or someone you dated in childhood, or like that's from where you grew up, because of the third house, that's going to reach out and communicate with you, that maybe you felt like some unrequited feelings with the Ace of Cups reversed, Gemini. But there is the need to speak up. Communication has been blocked, and Venus retro is telling you, as a planet of love and beauty and union and commitment, to stop being afraid of what's in your heart. Okay, this is the lesson. This is what you're going to have to do from July 22nd to September 3rd, Gemini rising. Communicate your feelings. Okay, even if it's with siblings, there might be some things that are left unsaid, I heard, in terms of how you feel with your siblings. Okay, Cancer, Venus retro is in your second house of self-love, value, self-value, and money, how you earn your money. Give me Venus retro for Cancer, second house. Oh, you know what? I forgot to put this back. That's not gonna work. Let's show this again. All right, Spirit, for my Cancer rising. What will Venus retrograde bring for my Cancer rising? Venus retro in the second house. What will it bring? Cancer rising, second house, Venus retro. Cancer rising, second house. Cancer rising, second house. Spirit. What can my Cancer risings expect? Second house. Too many during this Venus retrograde period. Cancer rising, Spirit. Wow. Cancer risings, you are all going to level up in terms of earned income, I heard, and how you value yourself. You did get 2, so I'm gonna take it. I'm only pulling 1, but if 2 falls separately, then I'll take it if it's not a stack. Cancer risings, the world is about the next stage, leveling up. How are you showing up in the world? Spirit is asking, Cancer risings. That's what second house again is, also your value. Are you valuing yourself enough in the world? Are you leveling up? Have you moved on from the person you used to be? Are you now a new person that has graduated from the old version of you that maybe didn't value themselves, love themselves, and saw themselves as enough, okay? There's also a lot of potential, Cancer risings with the second house, to travel for work during Venus retro. There's also, I heard, a lot of beauty. You might be doing some things to your physical appearance. Second house is also like a little bit of like a overindulgence of food. So maybe you're gonna lose weight because you feel like you've gained a little bit of weight, okay? Because you've been enjoying your worldly pleasures of food and desserts specifically. You also, Cancer risings, might go back and travel or expand your business, or how you make money is going to not be necessarily connected to where you live. Maybe some of y'all work from home and you're gonna have more clients, more people that you communicate with that pay you, that are not in the States or just not locally where you are. There is this urge with Venus retrograde, however, since it is about rethinking, rewiring, being retrospective, are you stopping yourself from elevating yourself financially somehow? Are you still playing out old assumptions and perceptions regarding your value? Are you stuck, or are you leveling up in money and in terms of your self-worth? And then we have the Seven of Wands that fell. See, are you holding on to something so tight because you're afraid of what happens if you let go? Okay, Seven of Wands is this fighting energy. I'm not giving up, which isn't a bad energy. But for some of you, I just heard, especially with this world, are you holding on to a job, to a way that you make money that from the past that you've always done that you need to let go of? Are you holding on to old ways of thinking regarding strength or what it means to stand up for yourself and value yourself. And you need to change that now, because it's just kind of an old pattern, and it's time to close that chapter and elevate. It's not surprising to me that she's holding on tight to keep this door open, and the world is all about closures and a new stage and to expand. You can't expand if you're holding on to things that don't serve you. And if it's second house, I feel like it's a lot of belief in yourself, love for yourself, and also that's tied to money and how you value yourself, or what you're doing for work that no longer serves you, okay? All right, Cancer. That was now Leo. Leo rising. Venus retro is happening in Leo. So you are the star of this retro period with Venus. Leo, it's in your first house, which means it's all about you. Isn't it always about Leo? fellow fire sign. I'm a Leo moon, so I feel you. Okay, it's all about us. All right, Leo rising, first house is identity, how you show up in the world. It's also your appearance, okay? So with Venus retro in Leo's first house, this may mean, Leo risings, that you are really considering going back to like an old look or an old way of dressing. You also may be reflecting on who you were and how you identified yourself in love and relationships, okay? And if that's still who you want to be, because it's first house and it's Venus. Also, how you look at that, love and relationships. Spirit says shut up. Talk about love, not money. So, Leo risings. Venus retro, first house, 4 of Wands, commitments, relationships, marriages. How you identify is also based on how you identify with your labels. So if some of y'all are married or committed to someone, your identity within that relationship in the first house, how you show up for yourself in that relationship, that commitment, that marriage, is going to, Venus is asking you to change, to reflect on how you've been showing up. Like your person, the way that you identify with your partner, if you have a partner, if you are not in a relationship and not in a commitment, how are you showing up, Leo rising? How have you shown up in past partnerships? Do you still want to be that person in a relationship? Do those relationships still serve you? For some of y'all, you have to just create a new identity and be transformed into a new person in order to find love and find a relationship that's long lasting and committed. There's something having to do with you, first house. Old versions of you, Venus retro. How you look, how you love, how you spend money in relationships, even money in relationships, because of the 4 of Wands. Should you be doing things differently? Are you repeating old patterns? Are you identifying in relationships as, I just heard a victim for some of y'all, what was me? It is all about you. You create the dynamic in the relationships in the first house. It's about you and your perception of commitment and your role in your identity in a partnership needs to be revisited. Okay? A current partnership, old partnership, or just old identity patterns. It's time to break away from old ways of identifying in relationships. Okay, Leo risings? Virgo rising. 12th house is a heavy house. Venus retrograde in the 12th house. The 12th house is about the subconscious, fears, dreams, psychology, mental health. what's hidden, also predictions, is the 12th house, okay? So it's very subconscious, psychological, ethereal type of house. Virgos are not ethereal. You guys are so analytical, Virgo risings, and practical. So the 12th house, Venus retrograde in the 12th house. How will Venus retrograde affect my Virgos? Venus retro in the 12th house for Virgo. Venus in the 12th house. Venus retro in the 12th house for Virgo. Wow. Okay. 6 of Wands. Victory, triumph, going after what you want. That's definitely a Virgo trait. Going after type A personalities. That's 6 of Wands. Venus, pleasure, love, money in the 12th. Subconsciously, Virgo risings. Perhaps you don't see yourself like this, but this is who you are. You don't see yourself as someone who could be victorious with money and love and pleasure, and beautiful, all Venus things. Maybe subconsciously you have doubted yourself. You've had insecurities about, look at her, she's freaking floating. Do you see yourself as someone who floats, floats, floats? I don't walk, I don't dance, I just float. Do you see yourself that way? Subconsciously, Virgo risings. Are you self-conscious? Are you insecure about your beauty? How you present yourself? Are you insecure about and self-conscious about how you win, how you go after things, your type A personality? I'm hearing that perhaps you, if you are that type of person, Virgo risings, this Venus retro is asking you to really dive in subconsciously to why you feel you need to be this person, or why you feel like you need to hide this from the world. Because it is a beautiful thing to float, just float, I don't step, to have such pride in yourself and ego. And maybe that's what you fear. You fear your ego. You fear your pride. You fear seeming a certain way. And subconsciously, it kind of stresses you out. How do people see me? How do people see me in relationships? How do people see me when I connect? Do they see me as proudful? Do they see me as an egomaniac? Do they see me as someone who is type A and too much and controlling? Or do they see me as someone who floats and believes that he is everything in the best way? So there are some subconscious fears about how you're showing up, your beauty, your pleasure, your relationships, even your abundance. Subconsciously, there might be something that you feel, Virgo risings, with the 6 of Wands, is holding you back. That has to do with past mental trauma or like insecurities, okay? Libra rising. Venus retro is in the 11th house of social media, friendships, everything fun, groups. Okay, what will this Venus retrograde give us, the Libra risings here? Ace of Swords. Ooh, there's gonna be some truth telling. For some of you, you're gonna cut some friends off. Ace of Swords is new beginnings, but it's also getting to the heart of the matter, is also cutting through the bullshit. So for some of you, you are going to kind of just be like, yeah, I don't know about this friendship. I don't know about, because Venus is relationships. I don't know about these relationships. I don't know about these groups. I don't know how I feel. I don't know if people are being honest, okay? You might cut off people from your past, people because of its retrograde, people that maybe you've had a long lasting friendship with. You might also like back off of social media, or maybe be like really honest and really upfront with people in the way you're communicating and the way you're showing up in your social groups, social media, and friendships. 11th house is also hopes and wishes. Spirit wanted me to remind myself of that. And hopes and wishes, you have to be honest with yourself about what you want. Ace of Swords. Cut through the crap. What do you want? What do you want from your friends? What do you want from your relationships? What do you want from your social circle? Okay? For some of you out here, you might want to make money, because Venus is a money planet, through social media. Be an influencer. Be honest with yourself about that, okay? Be honest with yourself about that. Old friends might also come back. Old dreams might come back. Things that you thought that you didn't want anymore might come back. And you're going to take charge to start again in a very smart, decisive way, okay? All right. We have Scorpio rising's 10th house of career and reputation. Venus retro. You might be going back to an old career. Scorpio, 10th house is also status. Are you changing your status? Are you getting married? Are you going to divorce? Are you going to be single, Scorpio risings? Your status in the world is changing, with Venus retrograde being about relationships. Also justice. I'm hearing maybe there's something that was unfair work-wise where you work, and you're finally getting your due. Maybe you're finally getting recognized. Wow, look at that. Scorpio rising, 6 of Cups, past energy, also soulmate energy, status. I said about relationships. So Scorpio risings, there is a past connection, a soulmate connection that will affect your status. Now I want to pull another card, but I can't. That will affect your status, that is going to affect the way you work and how people see you in the world. 6 of Cups is also children. So your children, Scorpio rising, if you have some, may shift your work schedule, how much time you put into work, how you advance in your career. But I keep going back to status. The 6 of Cups is that soulmate. You feel familiar. I feel like we're meant to be together energy. It's nostalgic. So if it's work related, Scorpio risings with a 10th house, career related, reputation, like you're going to maybe go back to, like I said, a career that you love, maybe working with children if you know you're an educator. Or there is going to be something that changes with someone from your past, or someone that you are, that's your soulmate that's in your life right now, that is going to change how people see you, your reputation, your title in the world. So from Miss to Mrs., from single to girlfriend, from girlfriend to fiance, from fiance to wife, those type of things. And it is being affected by your past choices, a past connection, like an actual someone from your past, or someone who's just your soulmate, okay? If it is work, again, you might just be wanting to return to doing something pleasurable. Venus is pleasure, something that you really love. 6 of Cups is also creativity. All right. Sagittarius, we're almost done here, y'all. Sagittarius, I'm gonna put the timestamps, obviously, so you guys can jump around. Sagittarius, Virgo, I'm not taking that because I said Virgo. Sagittarius, Venus retrograde is in your 9th house of philosophy, legal stuff, travel, international relations, also spirituality, like religion. Okay. Venus retro for my Sagittarius is in the 9th house. Thank you. Wow, 10 of Swords. Ouch. There's gonna be from July 22nd to September 3rd, maybe a breakup if you have a long distance relationship. I'm just saying. If you're dating someone overseas, Sagittarius rising, this is not a good sign. 10s are also starting over. So if you have been going through something, some hardships emotionally, an ending of some sorts, there could be an ending of a legal battle that's been ongoing, okay? And it's going to, God, I want to pull another card. It's going to be like a relief because it's ending, but you might not get what you want. And this is something that's from the past, Venus retro, that's ongoing. It could be about children because Venus, again, is pleasure. It could be Venus is love, a divorce. But it could also be money, like a partnership that went bad. And the 9th house is legal matters and paperwork. For some of y'all, this is like education related, I'm hearing. You might have to, unfortunately, like walk away from a program that you love or that's been extremely difficult for you and you're just been really stressed about it. But something internationally, a travel, I don't want to say it, Spirit. Spirit is telling me to do this. Yeah, no, see? Hierophant, reverse. This is the marriage card, Sag risings. Marriage, commitment, conventionalism, tradition, spirituality also, religion. Traditional things, right? Reverse, Spirit told me to do that. So I feel, this is not for all of you, but this is what's coming through. So take it, Sagittarius rising, if it resonates. And that was my slack, and that is a sign that this is the actual truth. This is a breakup, an ending of paperwork, divorce, separation, things filed that are finally going to set you free even though it's painful, okay? Sag risings, Capricorn rising, that's me. 8th house matter. 8th house is intimacy and sex. It's rebirth, transformation, it's death. It is fears as well. It is other people's money, your partner's money specifically. It can be like taxes, child support, alimony, okay, divorce settlements. It's all 8th house matters. And again, the occult, like mystery, you know, which is astrology, tarot, intuition is 8th house. So let's see, Capricorn risings. How will this Venus retro, Spirit, impact our Capricorn risings in the 8th house? Capricorn. This is pretty. I love this card. 6 of Pentacles. You're going to receive what you've been waiting for financially, Capricorn risings. If there's been a settlement or something that you've been waiting for, something from an ex, something custody, something. 6 of Pentacles is generosity. It is an offer. It is someone giving you an actual gift, literally. So if you've been waiting for a gift, if you've been waiting for your partner to give you a gift, if you've been waiting for an ex-partner, or you've been waiting for a loan to come through, or you've been waiting for a settlement, inheritance is also 8th house connected to the mother specifically, then my loves, Capricorn risings, expect it is coming. Also, again, Venus is love and relationships, and the 8th house is all about intimacy. There is going to be an increase of reciprocity in a current connection, intimate-wise. A very intimate connection is going to start getting reciprocal. You're going to start getting the same energy that you give. If you've been giving too much, you're going to start giving, you're going to start receiving, okay? Because it's a retro, Spirit is reminding me to remind you to don't fall into patterns of irreciprocity. Don't fall into patterns where you give too much in connections, give too much financially, or compromise when it comes to other people's money if it's not in your highest good. So it's about balance. This retrograde period for Capricorn risings is about balance and stopping old cycles of an imbalance in a give and take in romantic relationships, intimate relationships, partnerships, and when it comes to money. Okay? Very specific message. I like that message from me. I want somebody to give me a gift, and I love me some reciprocity in my relationship. All right, Aquarius risings. Aquarius, this is the age of Aquarius. Aquarius rising, this is in your 7th house of relationships. Relationships, commitment, partnerships, love, okay? So Venus retro for Aquarius risings in the 7th house of partnerships and commitments. Venus rising, what can my Aquarius rising expect for Venus retro? Stunt emotions taking me over. Stuck out in silence until the storm. This song came up and it's not a good, and it so resonates with this card. Aquarius rising, 8 of Cups. Whew. Some of y'all are walking away from someone, or someone's walking away from you that you've had a long history with. 8 of Cups is moving on. It's moving on, and it's in your relationship house. If you are not with someone, Libra risings, that you're breaking up with, or they're breaking up with you, Spirit is telling me to tell you that you have to move on emotionally. Let it go. 8 of Cups. Cups, 8 of emotions. Venus in the 7th house of partnerships and commitment. So if it's not a breakup, it is someone from the past that you have to let go of, that's holding you back from the new beginning. See the shadow? She's walking towards something else, even though she doesn't know where she's going or where she'll end up because of the moon here, this dark moon. She doesn't know where she's going. She doesn't know where it's leading her, but she knows that she has to walk away, even if the future is cloudy. So Libra risings, this is specific. Many of you are going to have to walk away from an old relationship or someone you've been stuck on from the past. Someone might also come into your life from the past, and Spirit is saying, make a decision. Justice in the bottom of the deck, Libra energy. Be very clear on what you want. Very clear, very decisive. This is also legal stuff too, though. Justice is separation. It's also like a judge. It's justice, it's courts. So for some of y'all, this is a divorce or separation. From others of y'all, Spirit is saying with this Venus retrograde that you have to get really clear on what you want in this relationship, that you should walk away from, that you want to walk away from, or that someone from the past is coming that you let go of. Be very clear and very honest with yourself about it, okay? Last but not least, we got my Pisces. Hey, fishies. All right, Pisces. This retrograde, Venus retro, is in your 6th house of work. Everyday work routines, health as well. Pets, if you have pets, but I won't tune into the pets. I'm not a pet person, so we will not be talking about pets. Co-workers, just day-to-day things, and yes, your health, okay? Pisces, Venus retro in the 6th house, Spirit. Venus retro in the 6th house for my Pisces. What can they expect? Venus in the 6th house, Venus retro in the 6th house for Pisces. What can Pisces expect or learn? What do they need to know about this Venus retro in their 6th house? Spirit, what do they need to know? What does Pisces need to learn, know? What will happen for my Pisces in the 6th house, Venus retrograde? Last one. Wow, reverse, okay. You're letting go. You're not holding on so tight. You're gonna stop fighting for something. 6th house related. 6th house is work, co-workers. Venus is relationships, partnerships, money. You might, Pisces, feel like just kind of giving up on your workplace, on your relationships at work. Some of y'all might be quitting your job. And being like, F it. Money might be tight, but at least I'm free. I don't have to defend myself anymore. I don't have to fight anymore with my coworkers. For some of this is health related. I just heard you might get good news. You're not gonna be as tired. You're not gonna be as tired, Pisces rising. Or someone that you work with, someone that you deal with in a day-to-day life. If this is not you, it is someone that you deal with day-to-day. Your routines, maybe it's your mother, maybe it's you, maybe it's your partner. It's not giving up in a bad way. It's like releasing and feeling like I'm tired of fighting. Especially if this is health related. But there's beauty in that, Venus. There is beauty in just living and not controlling. And 6th house is routine. So some of you Pisces risings might just loosen up a little bit. Stop holding on so tight to like how things are supposed to be at work, with friendships, with co-workers, even with how you make money. I mean, some of y'all may quit your job. Or you will be at this job, Pisces risings, and just stop putting any energy into it. Like, just become very complacent. Like, I'm just gonna be like, whatever. Which usually doesn't bode well for work. The bottom of the deck, Spirit wants me to look at this for y'all too. Yeah, you see the strength reverse? That's that giving up energy again. Strength is courage. That's also Leo energy. Venus is retro in Leo. So you might just want to stop fighting so hard when it comes to your day-to-day, your routines, where you work, how you work, who you work with, who you interact with. Like, you might just be like, I'm just waving the white flag. I'm done. I'm done putting all my energy and putting all this effort and work to keep this together. Okay? This could also be someone that in a day-to-day, like you live with, could be a partner. Because you live with a partner or your children, you have day-to-day routines with them. And I think that you are fed up, no longer interested in putting the good fight and in showing up as the leader. Okay, my loves? All right. Thank you, Fireballs, for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed the reading. If you did like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and make sure to come back next time for more Aries only love tarot readings. I'm going to have a career reading soon and so much more right here at Astro Haiti.